wonderful people, and welcome back, and welcome to new subscribers. But most of all, I'd like to thank you for reaching out and sending me amazing, very unknown information about Nikola Tesla. I'm working with an eminent physicist from MIT to look at the enormous engineering challenges that Nikola Tesla would have faced in building a death ray. The true nature of the atom hadn't really been explored by Rutherford. So we're not going to harm any sheep. We're going to look at the challenges that Tesla would have faced in building a death ray. But that's still in the workshop. So today I'm going to do something really amazing and share some of the wild, possibly conspiracy theories about Nikola Tesla, all circumstantial evidence, but some of it really intriguing, which I think you would like to hear. Now, don't jump on me, because I don't fully buy all the things that I'm going to tell you today. It's not true. It's circumstantial, but fascinating stuff about Tesla and the death ray. So let's start back in a really interesting year. This was 1893 in Chicago, where there was a World Fair, and Nikola Tesla lit up the World Fair with the first use of fluorescent tubes, a tube full of plasma. At the World Fair, he was approached by a German gentleman who said he'd been working on his own directed energy weapon for Germany. When the two inventors met, they really got on, because Tesla knew that the German was onto something similar to him with a death ray invention. Tesla quizzed him, the German replied, and they ended up working together. But that's not the end of the story. This is the most fascinating thing that I think I found. Nikola Tesla absolutely believed that his death ray would cause world peace if everybody had one. So he didn't just try and sell his death ray to the United States, who didn't buy it at the time. He didn't just sell his death ray to the United Kingdom, who burgled his room, tried to steal the plans, which were only in Tesla's head, and tried to build their own death ray and have continued ever since. But what I'm going to say today is shocking. Tesla sold his death ray to everybody he could. We'll start with working with France. France paid Nikola Tesla good money to protect their borders with a directed energy weapon, which they tested against this, the Hyena, their brand new battleship, only built in 1902, but mysteriously blown up when it exploded in 1907, the very year that France was testing Tesla's death ray for themselves. Now, before I go on and tell you the most amazing thing about Tesla death ray and Russia and what it might have done, let me tell you something personal. I'm interested in buying an electric mountain bike, aren't we all? And here in France, they're really expensive. There's a German brand with a Bosch motor made by a company called Cube, and they're super bikes. And here in France, they cost over 3,000 euros. But I found something amazing that you can do. By using NordVPN, I can change my country of origin to Germany, where they make the bikes, and I can buy a brand new, from the manufacturer Cube, mountain bike, the same as I could pay for in France, for €1,000 less. That's incredible. And I find that all the time. I look for stuff in France like Bosch tools or DeWalt drills. They were really super expensive. But by changing my country of origin to Deutschland, Germany, I can get them way cheaper. And you can too. Right now, NordVPN are offering this amazing summer package with an incredible Professor Simon discount. You will get your VPN, you will get cloud storage, and you will get password protection at the best deal they are currently offering. But by using the promo code Prof Simon, you get a present of an extra bonus month free, plus 30-day trial, money-back guarantee. The possibilities are endless about changing your virtual country. Try it. Tom Scott, in a recent video, just said he saved hundreds by changing his car hire from France to a British address. I've never tried that, but if NordVPN can save you hundreds, if not thousands of pounds, dollars, or euros, it's worth paying for it per month. Plus, it offers you incredible security. And NordVPN, as I've said before, lets me surf anywhere. I change my country of origin into French, and I start discovering about Nikola Tesla and his weapon blowing up the French battleship. That's hard to find in the USA, that's hard to find in the UK, but here in France, using NordVPN, I got these details. And now I've left the best to last. And what I'm about to say could be complete, good Scottish word, shite. But the circumstantial evidence of what I'm going to tell you now really does add up. We've all heard about this. The Tunguska explosion. It exploded above Siberia, and we'll get onto that, with the force of 10 to 15 kilotons. But it left no crater and no meteorite was ever found. Was it a test of the Tesla death ray? Well, probably not. Astrophysicists and historians say it was a comet. Fragments of whatever it was have never been found. There's just this perfect circle of flattened trees. And the theory goes that Russia was going to demonstrate that it had the death ray by making a glowing ball of plasma above the North Pole that would have got into the newspapers all around the world to prove that they had a Tesla death ray. It could be rubbish, but there's two other bits of fascinating information. First of all, glows in the sky were seen a few days before the Tunguska explosion. Now, there's no relationship between aurora and comets. But could the strange glow in the sky that was even seen in North London be caused by Russia testing Tesla's death ray? Probably not, but you never know. So let's go over the theory that Tunguska was a death ray experiment gone wrong. One, Tesla had either lost the plans or sold the plans to Russia. Two, the Tunguska explosion took place in central Siberia, where Russia definitely have built a Tesla death ray experimental station. And the final circumstantial evidence is cracking. Nobody, even although there were glows in the sky, saw anything entering the Earth's atmosphere. If it had just been a ball of ice, a comet fragment, it still would have left an ionizing trace of plasma. as it entered the atmosphere, and it must have been huge to make such a big explosion. Nobody saw it. All they saw were strange glows in the sky, and then kaboom! The circle of destruction with no crater. Probably circumstantial bollocks. Who knows, but I think it's quite intriguing. As you know, I run all my films past my wonderful Patreons first, who really know their stuff. One of them has made such an interesting comment about all this Tesla death ray stuff. He said, but Tesla didn't really start working on the death ray until the 1920s. So how could it have caused the Tunguska Event and sank the French battleship? There might be a Tesla connection. In 1908, Tesla was working on radio-controlled ships and possibly airplanes, and the French could have experimented with a radio-controlled torpedo, which accidentally sank their battleship. The Tunguska Event? Probably not a death ray. Probably a death plunge comet. So stay tuned for the next episode where I explore some of the practical problems that Tesla would have faced in building a death ray. Thanks for all your input into all this new Tesla information. It's because of you that the truth is out there.